There.
Triggered.
That's 11.
Got it.
And that's
And
12. Perfect.
Yay. Done.
Copy that. Thanks, guys.
Got you in bubble.
Thanks.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. I ended with sample 60, 060. 61.
Yeah, 61. We started at 056.
Yep. 56 was 7. 57 was 8. 58 was 9. I see it. My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, everybody finds their own best method for using the arm, right? So like, I end up leaning like pretty heavily on this armrest. You'll figure it out, but you were pretty level.
I couldn't tell you what position I was in because I was just sort of like doing it.
I find I end up leaning, and then because then this elbow is planted, and so I have my shoulder here, and for azimuth, and I have and I can do this for azimuth as well if I need to, but most of the time this is actually wrist. So I have shoulder, wrist, and then in and out is elbow and shoulder up and down. And so
do you do a lot of one-handed?
Yeah, I do a lot of one-handed. I can do one-handed. Two-handed is better.
I have trouble isolating the shoulder elevation, the elbow, if I don't use the second hand.
Right.
I tend to
one-handed is for if you're like reaching out. If I'm reaching out or reaching in.
And around and stuff like that. But if you've
then
got to
you want the shoulder to go and the elbow to go out and in.
And then that's just natural,
Right. It works fine for that.
Yeah, so if I have to isolate the elbow joint, I can't do it with one hand.
But if you're isolating the elbow joint, you go to the, or the other thing that I'll do is really tuck it in and then just do one-handed like that.
That's a great idea. Then you never, that's really cool. Okay.
And sometimes I'll, and like, you know, like as I said, I like lean into it, so it's like up against me. I know if it's moving or not.
Yeah, that was definitely a record time for me on the Niskins. That went really well.
Yeah. Killing it.
Record time.
Triggering it.
I was impressed.
Clamping
I
it.
was actually gonna comment that
give him the clamps.
yeah, her water clamping skills have improved.
Futurama fan.
Yeah. Can I give him the clamps, boss?
I think lifting your heels was the key.
Honestly, I totally do it every time. Or like, Greg and I have never discussed it before, but we both do this. Yeah, to get the right like parallel legs to the floor thing. Can you lower this chair?
No.
Yeah, see, that's why you got to do it. And Greg and I are not short.
No, I have no idea how Summer does it. I'll be honest with you.
I know.
Yeah, nobody else ever, it's one of those things that like, I remember some of my different like arm task records, but like nobody else cares.
What's that?
Nobody else cares.
Yeah. Oh, you remember some of them?
Yeah. Yeah, I like remember when they happened and everything, you know, like on ONC we would go down with like 4 push cores, and like at the end of the dive, if you had time, you would take them.
Yeah, and you're like,
it was like, all right, well, you've got 15 minutes to do it, and I got 4 done in like 12 minutes. Like,
that's good.
That's real good.
Like
3 minutes of push core from quiver.
Yeah,
back.
from quiver. I think it was like I'm gonna guess it was actually 14:10, but then I beat it the next year. So the number I remember is 14:10, but I know I beat it the prior year. Because that was also but that was 1 out and 1 back, right?
Yeah.
It definitely slows you down if you have to put all 4 in at once.
Right, because you're doubling the motion.
Right, you're doubling the motion and you're regripping. Yeah. But the way that I beat it the next year was that I did the happy place is when I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, the happy
so
place.
then I would go and it would be super awkward to do the push in, but then I just return to my happy place. I'm like, oh, look at that, I'm right over the quiver.
Yeah,
You
and then
know?
then the placement's easy.
So yeah, there's all these like little things that you'll figure out. But I think it's important to kind of remember some of your personal bests, and so like when you beat it, you can be like, yeah, I'm making improvements, I'm getting better. Just letting it sink in. Yeah, I'd buy that. Yeah, right. There's more confidence in it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we had some crazy current. I remember coming in for somebody. Yeah, I came in to relieve somebody for DFO, and they're like, could you get to that to sample it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't
And
think I
you'd
can.
come up over a ridge, and it would just blast at you.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was really neat because you'd come up the ridge and just get blown backwards.
Yeah.
And
it was
if you
very
stayed low enough, you
disorienting,
could
too.
kind of get in there.
But it was super disorienting because when you got blown off, all of a sudden you were not in blue water, you were in black water.
Yeah, it went to just absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it was insane.
It's good times.
Oh yeah, that was fun piloting though.
And what, they gave us 50 items to get, and we got 48.
Yeah, that was good. All sorts of obscure stuff.
One of them we had actually spotted, but it had been so prolific that they figured we would spot it again, and so we never saw it after that.
Well, this was the
little green
the bright
sponge.
yellow sponge.
Yeah, yeah,
Bright
yeah.
yellow sponge.
They're like, oh, it'll be fine. We just
Yeah.
have to get it next year.
And then the other one was really just like a totally unexpected. They didn't expect us to get the other one. But that was like, they wanted something like 5 pounds of a certain sponge.
Dried? Dry weight or what?
I don't know.
Wait.
It was for it was like for a cancer research, but it would have like filled the. Yeah. Yeah. And it was and it grows in clumps, like. Oh really? Yeah.
That's a lot.
So it grows in clumps, and so it was basically like if we found a clump to just it was a moon something or other. That's the technical term, something or other. It might have been like moon sponge or something like that. And so if we found a clump, we were just supposed to take everything.
I've been learning how to put these buttons so that they don't actually click.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
I have been
Some things you learn that you want to learn, some things you learn you don't want to learn.
learning how to throw this thing into a mode. It gets in a mood.
Yeah. I've been learning that you guys like to leave me talking on SPL by myself a lot.
I'm here with you.
I'm here with you.
You're not alone.
It's only that I like to sing to myself sometimes, you know? And I need to go off SPL to sing to myself. Get a little embarrassed.
Yeah, that's probably true. There's a person sitting next to her. Somebody's got to make it all the way around, though. That's the hard part.
I think we're cracking.
I was really hoping Josh walked in right at the
You're going to start to outpace me. I'm going a little slow right now.
Yeah, it's okay. Wow, it's so nice out right now.
Is it?
Yeah,
oh, look at how sparkly it is.
It's like 9.5 knots of wind and like 0.4 knots of current. All right, here's a question. What do you do if the screens go black?
All of them?
That's a good follow-up question. What do you do if just those screens go black?
These two?
Yeah. Well, I guess in some of those.
Okay, so you're talking dead vehicle.
Or at least no comms. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, or at least no comms. Could be a live vehicle, but you have no communication with it.
I don't know what that means exactly, but...
Well, like if a fiber breaks, then the power is still going, but
right.
you have
Okay.
no comms.
So first I'd look up there to make sure it wasn't a high power issue.
Right.
If it was, somebody goes down there and tries to restart high voltage. But keep Argus on the stick, because the first thing you do is start coming up on Argus. So you've got, I think if you're anticipating a dead vehicle recovery, nav starts streaming ahead as soon as you think you're clear of the topography and you start coming up. And somebody, maybe video or whoever you can find, goes down to check the high power to see if you can get it off and on. If the high power comes on and you get everything back, you're great. If not, you're still, as soon as you're clear of the bathymetry, nav is driving the ship ahead and you're coming up on the stick.
Nav is also switching you to the USBLs, right? Because right now they're not acoustically triggered.
Oh.
They're electrically triggered.
Okay.
So the ship would just be waiting to hear something, but nobody's going to be saying anything.
Right.
Yeah, we were actually, I mean, like, as far as bad things happening, it was perfect. Last dive of the season, Mexico.
Yeah.
Which the transponders themselves switch mode. We would just have to then wake them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
as soon as they stop getting power.
We don't need comms to them to reprogram them and switch them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to be like, hey, buddy, talk to me.
Please.
Yeah, please.
So on that one, you went dark.
We were in tow mode.
You would have lost your high voltage, should have tripped.
Our that's why the GFI is now a bigger sticker.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't read it.
Uh-huh.
I just knew that light was on.
Yeah.
And so we went down, we turned it on, and it tripped immediately again, and we woke up ROV lead. Said, hey, John.
But at that point, you already were coming up.
We were actually transiting to the next site.
Oh, so you were already off the bottom.
But we were off the bottom and in tow mode, so it was fairly ideal.
Yeah.
What do I have? Everything goes dark.
That's potentially ship losing power.
Right. Or brownout.
So if it comes right back, first thing you do is make sure you get high power back. If your high power's back up, or if it's not, you send somebody to get it up. If is back, you trip yourself back into bypass, back out of bypass because you've tripped into bypass.
Right. Yeah, you basically have to restart your vehicle.
Yeah, start your vehicle up, make sure you get yourself out of bypass, because that's definitely bitten us before. And you drive off and you get yourself sorted out.
And whoever you send down to the power cabinet likely has to start the winch.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come back up,
so if it doesn't come back up right away,
you don't have much that you can do. You need to get your winch going at least. You need to try and get your winch.
You send people to stages, right?
So you send somebody. You could try and switch power sources for the vehicles, but you've probably lost the whole.
Yeah.
You've probably lost the whole ship.
It's likely that you lost the whole ship, and so that's one of the things. And so, Summer was my Argus pilot, and for the life of me, I can't remember who my nav was. But the entire front row emptied, right?
Uh-huh.
Because there's nothing we can do.
Right. You got to leave somebody up here if something comes back.
No, nav went to the first thing you can do is winch up, right?
Right. And you can do that from the deck.
And well, you have to pass it up.
Right.
Right. You know, like if we lose power, I won't have winch control here.
Right.
So Argus pretty much leaves and goes there.
Right.
And so yeah, nav went to the bridge. I went to we didn't have the winch control in the by the HPU because we were on the old winch.
Yeah.
I went down to the old winch, and Summer went to the power cabinet, and so
You're outpacing me a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, so Summer went to the power cabinet, Nav went to the bridge, and you did what?
I went down to the winch hold.
Okay.
To turn on the winch, and just called to somebody who was passing by to haul in on the.
As soon as I got power.
On the winch control, I was like, as soon as that thing lights up, just haul in.
So you had no DP or anything on the ship?
No, we had nothing.
Okay, so you're just drifting. So it was going to be Nav gets the ship going. As soon as you get power back, Nav gets the ship going. Somebody's hauling in on the winch.
Nav's trying to find out what's going on. Right. And then relay that information so that we can make a decision. Because, yeah, that was.
It was Gulf of Mexico.
I don't know where it was. Probably Gulf of Mexico.
I feel like I was there.
Were you my nav? I don't think so.
I don't think so, because my first three years here, I had Ruben or Rabab.
Yeah, we ended up, there's still a pretty deep gouge in one of the junction box covers.
Yeah, there sure is.
And that's from that power loss. And the craft arm came up, like the plate that it's mounted on was bent.
Oh.
No, the plate that the big like massive aluminum plate that the craft arm was on was bent like 20 degrees.
You can probably slow down a bit.
All right, I've got 12:13 for a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and we actually have a document that has all of this stuff written up, like what the response plan.
You bounced all that off me.
Yeah. And then it became a real document. So
excellent.
Yeah, that was on ONC.
Yep.
And that's why we have the traction winch plan that we came up with. But I feel like that should be posted someplace up here.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know, or like, you know, Miles and Rennie should also be aware of it. And like what the different parts are.
I mean, I think I would pretty much head that way anyway with the radio.
Right, you know.
Last year when we didn't have the radio down in the winch hold, I had a radio right there.
Right.
Still not a bad idea.
I mean, I think if I was anywhere awake on the ship, I'd be heading that way anyway.
Right.
Yeah, total brownout. You know the vehicles are in the water. No, it's it's tough because there are times like I've been through a dead tether too.
What do you mean?
The tether died. Like the fiber broke.
Oh, so you had Argus but no Herc.
We had Argus but no Herc.
But you've got comms on one fiber and HD on another fiber, right?
For Argus, yeah.
For Argus or for
I
Herc?
had nothing on Herc.
Oh, okay. So Herc gets 2 fibers, doesn't it?
HD.
It's got HD
yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah.
So you can potentially lose one or the other.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, rat tail.
what was that? I
Think
was
so.
hoping it was something better, but nope, just rat tail.
Oh, you could probably turn off porch light.
I find it comforting
Yeah.
to have my porch not be all dark.
Well, you can sync your camera out. Now you don't even have a porch.
That's better.
Porchless.
Porchless.
Porch free. Not a deck in sight.
What's that?
Oh, we might have to turn porch light on for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's a race. I won.
It's okay. Argus is better at pushing buttons anyways. Why have we had down off the whole time? Have we had down off the whole time?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything in the write-ups. All right, but we know what this issue is, so I'm going to cancel this.
Oh, yeah, the arm thing. Yep. Operator error.
Not an issue.
Sort of an issue. Operator error. It shouldn't be.
We just passed through 1,500 meters on our way up. About another hour and a half to surface.
Hey Jess, you can secure super and a Prevco bottle.
Roger.
Thank you.
Probably Ethernet too.
About how much longer to surface?
About an hour.
Oh. Okay.
Sweet. Yeah.